Once at the next board meeting, I will be presenting to you guys for the rest of the Sonatrol quotes so that we can get those locked in. I was told by our sales rep that as of March of 2024, their prices of all their materials are going up. So what I would like to do is at the next board meeting, make a presentation for you guys and have you guys approve the rest of the Sonatrol quotes so that we can get it all locked in before the prices go up. So that'll be at the next board meeting. I did not have the time to get it all prepped and ready for you guys for this. I apologize about that. Do you guys have any questions about the COPS grant update?
Board members, questions?
The COPS.
Yeah, it's the grant, the safety security grant that we had, that we were granted.
No questions?
Okay.
I just, so the funds gotta be spent down by the end of the year?
It's a three-year, three-year contract with them. It's, what is it, 90 or 25.75. So they pay 75, we pay 25 in the next 3 years. So doing some work with Kevin just to make sure that we don't spend it where we can't, when we can't.
Yeah, the tricky part is more the match, because we do have to do that simultaneously, so just making sure we don't overextend ourselves on the match part, but, you know, so we'll probably do some in this fiscal year and some next.
And then I just wanted to let the board know that I have finished completing a evaluation forms for my custodians. And I will be starting that process next week to evaluate all of my custodians, which I know is something that has not been done in several years. So I wanted to let the board know that as of next week, that all my custodians are going to be getting evaluated on a yearly basis, if not biannually, if I can help it. So. And then on the elementary school, I can tell you I've had 2 meetings with the people who are contracted for that. They are doing a fantastic job. I haven't heard too many complaints from any of the teachers. I keep doing walkthroughs through the teachers, hoping that I get something to give to them, but they're doing too good of a job. They're doing something right. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up that was money well spent. So thank you. And then we have a grounds personnel position that's currently open right now. We are down to our final 2 contestants or candidates. I do apologize for final 2 candidates. I'll be making a decision with the people who did the interviews just by the end of this week and having them hopefully start in the next week or so that we can get back on track with our grounds work. And then last but not least, the elephant in the room, the floor scrubber. Currently right now, this is what I'm doing is just bringing the attention to the board that we do need a floor scrubber here at the middle high school. We have 3 of them total in the whole district, two that are at the middle high school and 1 that's at the elementary school. Well, technically we have 4, but one of them's strictly for our wood floors. But we have 2 at the middle that can do tile works and everything else. 2 of them are a company called IPCs, and 2 of them are advanced. The one advanced that I am looking to replace, we bought in 2011, which is in their terms a pretty old scrubber. And then the one that's at the elementary school we purchased in 2019. And then the 2 IPCs we purchased in 2018-19 with the referendum for the field house area, which those 2 stay up there most of the time unless the advanced is down, which currently right now it is. So that brings me to at kind of suggestion to the board that, you know, we purchase a new one. Repair one so that we have a backup. Because currently our backup is a walk behind floor scrubber, which is, from better lack of terms, pretty hard to operate and very awkward and could potentially hurt our staff. It's old, it still works, but it's a beast to handle. And I've watched grown men get thrown around, and I don't want to have that happen to anyone. So what I'd like to do is fix our current scrubber that is not working, which the total for that would be this would be $2,442.19, and that would become our backup scrubber, floor scrubber, and it would actually help us out during the summertime to make sure that we can get things done quicker and more accurately. And then to purchase a brand new scrubber for the total sum of $20,524.38. And just kind of letting you guys know that, you know, we have needs that were kind of put on the wayside, the interim of directors, in between directors, and things that should have been done that couldn't get done, and now that we're trying to correct all that. So do you guys have any questions?
Well, it's $24,624 for everything. It's almost $25,000.
Just a hair under.
Sure. I have to do it.
Any other questions for Matt? All right, thank you very much, sir. All right, let's go on to our next item, approval of new hires. Ms. Clement,
We have no new hire this evening.
approval of resignations.
I was hoping to slam at it, but we did actually have a resignation yesterday. So we had to accept the resignation of Linda Stone, who is the middle school sped teacher, effective next Friday, February 23rd.
All right. Any liquidated damages involved in this by her leaving in the middle of the school year?
She has paid down.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, so with that being said, would someone like to make a motion to approve the resignation?
Sure, Dr. Vito, I'd like to make a motion to approve the resignation of Linda Stone as a middle school sped teacher effective February 23rd, 2024.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Peterson. Motion has been made. Do we have a second?
I'll make a second, but I do have a question.
All right, so we have a second, then we can go. All right, any discussion?
Okay, so my discussion is there a reason why she's leaving before the end of the school year though?
She had an opportunity in another district.
But she
sent
said.
Yeah.
Only read half of it.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, all right. Any other questions? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor will raise hand and or aye. Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, we will accept the resignation of Linda Stone and we wish her well. And once a Falcon, always a Falcon. All right, let's go on to our last part, approval of retirements.
We have no retirements.
We have no retirements. All right. Thank you very much. All right, let's go on to item number 3, engage in innovative staff. Our 2024-25 4K and K 5 through 12th grade instructional calendars.
This is we went round and round and round on this instructional calendar. We've had many eyes on it. We met with cabinet on several occasions, including the principals, of course. Teachers have placed their eyes on it. So unless you have any questions about the K4 or K5 and 12th grade instructional calendar, we are seeking approval.
One quick question. I know I'm looking on here. So we've got 172.5 days of instruction. And that met the 1,137 hours for grades 7 through 12.
Yes.
All right. And do we have anything added in for snow/emergency? Did we add in there? So we have 2 snow days included in this?
170 days is the minimum with hours that we have, so we have 2.5.
Okay, all right, yeah, because I know like the average for Wisconsin generally is like 180 days of school instruction. So that was the reason why I was asking. Okay, all right.
How are we accounting for election days for next year?
Those will be PO days. You mean for instruction?
Yes, so will they be put on there?
They don't count for instructional minutes for students.
Right, but are they gonna be added to the calendar?
They're on the
They
calendar.
are on here. November 5th is one I saw immediately.
February 18th.
Yeah, and election, okay, I see how it's listed,
Yeah, it's in the royal blue.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right, any other questions in relationship to the instructional calendar? All right, I just wanted to make sure that we had all of those are together and we're good to go in the addition of any emergency or snow days. Here, we'll make it. All right, any other questions? All right, would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2024, 2025, 4K and K5 through 12 instructional calendars as presented.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Walker. Motion has been made. Do we have a second?
Second, our babies will be graduating.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Bacon. Motion is made and seconded. Any other further discussion or celebratory things? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor, raise hand and/or aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, motion carries unanimously. So, Dr. Kelsey Brown, you guys have your instructional calendar finalized and approved. All right, let's go on to our next item. For engage board and community to lead winter board retreat on February 24th at the ASC from 9 to 1. I would like to make a suggestion though. Potentially being able to change the retreat, potentially maybe into March, and to be able to use that day for other board business.
I say last year we tried doing this and it got all screwed up. So was there a reason we can't do it this day?
When you,
Because
I guess,
we keep on pushing things back. It doesn't-
well, I guess, in looking at our other business that we have in our timeline, if you start to look at those Saturdays, that actually falls under that week that we probably would need.
But aren't those for specific things? Isn't this for something specific? So would we have time to combine it?
No, because you got to think about how much time, I'm sorry,
Why do you want to push this back?
because I think the other thing is a little bit more important than the board retreat. Our
Put
other,
it on the calendar, so I don't understand why you want to take it off.
Prior.
It's been on the calendar for a year.
well, we didn't, I'm sorry.
If we have business, then we need to have it.
Okay, all right. That'll be, that, we can discuss that again and, well, I guess we got to add it to the closed session. Mhm. Have to, because we can't necessarily, I don't want to talk about it, why we would need to do it and stuff, because it's not an agenda item.
So what about the time though? If you change it, do you want 9 to noon? Because we discussed 9 to noon earlier today. So do you want? 9 to
Yeah, I
noon?
couldn't remember if
9
you
to
said.
1?
It was 9 to 1. I thought we moved it to 9 to 1. I thought it was 9 to 1.
So I guess the other option that we would have then is to still have the business portion for the retreat that day and just change the walk around. So that could be another option.
There'll be 3 people at that particular point. Oh, you can't, okay. Thinking out loud, sorry.
So, okay, well, we can talk, add into, an agenda item or, oh, and we even got time?
Now important. Right. Literally. Everyone's schedules are so tight and Saturday we already had booked out, so I don't know why we would want to change it.
Because everyone's schedule is so tight. That's
Well, we have it on our schedule already. So don't we need to have it?
There are other things that take precedence over having the retreat that cannot be discussed.
At this point.
But what's the difference of one day though, one weekend? We can talk about it. I understand what. I mean, you want to go to weekends that are already booked, and I mean, my calendar is booked and full, and I had this date open, I mean, booked like probably everyone else did, because we have said a year ago, we're having a meeting on this day. So when you want to move things around, then that's probably not going to work for everybody.
Either way it go, we're gonna end up having another meeting. It's just a matter of what we're gonna discuss on which day. So whether we move this to another date or move
Right,
that.
but
to
that,
another
but whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen on that day. So it's not like we're changing a date, but the business will happen on that day, during that time.
I don't understand why we make a schedule and then we don't keep it. If we're supposed to have a board retreat and we have business to discuss, then why wouldn't we have the meeting? We kind of talked about that last time.
So
I just asked that question.
what is your question again? I'm so sorry.
If we have this on schedule for a year and we're supposed to be having a board retreat, why would we not be having a meeting on this day?
Well, a year ago, we weren't in the situation where we are now.
But don't we have business to discuss on this day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then why don't we want to have the meeting?
No, he didn't say not have the meeting. He said basically change the agenda.
Agenda of what that date
And
is.
move that agenda to a.
We're still coming on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've got potentially some other business that we need to handle during that time frame. So instead of doing the board retreat itself, we'd be handling some other board business during that same date and that same time.
We're just changing the agenda.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do the retreat, we're just gonna handle sport business.
So that's what's up for discussion. That was.
And I guess we probably need to make a decision. We're making a decision this evening to change the agenda for that day, or
Well, technically, we can't do that right now. It'd have to be, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Session day.
the board retreat is on the agenda, so
Right.
if we wanted to say change the date for that, then we could discuss it.
Right.
But not all of the details as to why the change and all of that, no.
The only other thing that I would just throw out is that you do have the administrative team that's all, was told to be here on that date and was expecting it. So just, if you do move it, which is fine, then we'll just have to accommodate whatever the schedules work out, whatever that alternate date is picked.
So that's why I think still having the business meeting
On the same day, the same time.
would be fine, and then just reschedule the walk around that we had.
we had allocated 9 to 11 for the business component.
Right.
Right, and then there was 11 to 1 for the walkthrough
Yeah.
or walk around or whatever.
What I would propose for the walkthrough is to pay attention to the areas in the district. So in my first year, Kevin, myself, and Jody, we walked the entire district from top to bottom, every classroom, all over the fields. And it took us about 2.5 hours. So that's about how long it takes to walk our entire district, class everything, right? What I would recommend is maybe focus on the high school. Walk solely through the high school. That's one of our touch points and an aspect of our facility that hasn't been touched, if you will. So you can get a good sense of what those high priority areas might be in relation to what PSI was able to find when they came through and conducted the assessment for us. So if that could, in the spirit of efficiency, it might be advantageous to just focus on the high school. Again, that's the area where we've done the least amount of work from the standpoint of referendum. Elementary school is in pretty good shape, to be very honest with you.
Question, Monica, we only have one board meeting in March, right? All right, could we look at potentially one of those other, the Tuesday that we don't have that board meeting? Could the walkthrough happen that Tuesday?
Board meeting is on the
19th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the calendar.
Yeah, wrong one, yeah, it's not right.
It's the 19th.
It's the 19th?
Is it the 19th?
It is, and that's the 19th,
Yes.
Oh,
So
We only
you got the
have
5th and
one.
the 12th.
right, because the only thing I was thinking is that we could, because it's still not, so if we,
Wouldn't it be dark? Do we-
I was getting ready to say that part or whatever. but-
Most of the stuff that, that would be presented to you guys would be on the inside. There's only a couple of things that would be technically outside that you guys, I mean, you don't really have to come take a look at, but
Wait a minute, I have a question. What time does it get dark? Because I know,
5:35.
Right now.
right around 5 o'clock.
I'm just confused at all these dates you're throwing out because Donna sent us something with 3 weeks full of dates and these dates that you're proposing are already on that schedule that we're supposed to be doing stuff for. Right? And so how can you want to change things to that time frame when we're already trying to get other meetings in that time? I'm just confused at where you want to go with things. We're already jammed up at that time.
Session.
yeah, well, no, a question. You know what, Lisa? Good point. Can we push some of this to that closed session or whatever, so we can discuss a little bit more in depth? And we can get some of these other things, because I know Ms. Ross actually sent out a calendar or something. We did the Google Doodle things or whatever.
Those exact dates were on that
Right.
sheet. And so would it make sense to change something to those dates if we're having other commitment?
Right, so can we put that in the close, and that way we can really discuss and go into detail?
Yeah.
Does that work?
It works, sure.
Okay, thank you. So again, with that, so if it's, what exactly outside would you be talking about us really actually having to look at?
The only thing that really technically would be on the outside that I'd be interested for you guys to see would be the access to the roof area. Showing you some of the units that we have out there and some of the conditions that our roofs are in. Just from a small standpoint of, you know, probably a 25 to 30 foot radius, but we don't have to necessarily do that. I can keep everything that we need to look at, show you guys to the inside, and that would be okay with me.
Okay. All right, so what we'll do is we'll get back
And
to
if
you.
you
let
guys
you
are
know.
interested in seeing the outside, I can arrange it either individually or as a group at another time.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Matt.
I would be more than happy for that.
All right. Discussion of the 24-25 board calendar.
So just clarity on 4A, going to get back to it. Like, are we doing the board retreat on the, I'm sorry, are we doing the board retreat on 24?
Okay, we'll talk about, that's what we're gonna be
So
talking
you'll-
about. Yeah, we'll definitely get back to you and let you know. All right,
Yes, and the board calendar is, Donna uploaded, a draft of the calendar for the 24-25 school year. This is, first opportunity for you to put your eyes on it. And so, it pretty much mirrors what we do annually from the board calendar. So we ask that you take a look at it, and provide any feedback or any changes you'd like to see happen. We can bring it back to you for approval at the end of this month.
all right, sounds good. All right, and then the last piece is that C, that closing the achievement gap, that school board symposium on March 6th at 6 p.m. How many individuals, do we need to sign up or register ahead of time? How many individuals think that they might be able to go to attend?
March 6th is
Yep.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, I have it on my calendar.
Right. So I just wanted to know who all would say yes, so that Donna can send the information over to let them know that Brown Deer is represented.
And there is a flyer that has been created. I'm just not able to find it right now, so I'll send it to you.
Thank you. Donna, me, please.
You-
Yes, please.
Okay.
I think Dr. did too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So.
Read it.
You too, director?
Put me in as well too.
Yeah.
Director,
Okay.
Put me in for March 6th.
So Lisa, Darshia, Dr. Vito.
Oh, you want to come?
I
Let's
just
move.
have to sign my calendar. I don't see it.
Dorothy, I'm looking at Dorothy, no.
Okay. Okay, but I'll send the flyer to everybody, so you all can have it.
I had to multitask last year, so.
Yeah, because we made it last year too, so. All right, so yeah, so if you can, put me down as well, too, and any other board members and stuff, just to go ahead and put it down and everything.
It's good for us to represent.
Yeah. As long as we have a minimum of like 2 individuals that are there represented, I mean, that's good enough, because there's a lot of other districts that don't have anybody there, so.
Note of the, location change. Normally at Wabasco for West, I could even posting it at a, elementary school.
Oh, it's at Underwood? Oh, okay, let me check.
Yeah.
It was in my calendar for West. Okay, let me do this for Underwood. All right,
That's 4.
bingo. All right. So with that being said, let's go on to item number 5. Is our be able to, a motion and roll call vote to go into closed session.
And she got to get her paper at work on her.
Okay, that's good. All right,
Yes,
come on, girl, stretch.
yes, Beto.
Aye.
Daniels Ashley. Aye.
Someone make the motion.
Well, we gotta do the motion first, though. I didn't make the motion. I just said we needed to go ahead. So.
Oh, no.
It's the call. All right.
We will enter into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.85, 1CF. The Board of Education may move into closed session for the purpose of A, discussion of a personnel matter, B, district administrative evaluation 2022 through 23, 2023. 4, consider financial, medical, social, personal, or disciplinary data, administrative contracts, and motion and roll call vote to return to open session to announce or take action if any and if appropriate.
All right, thank you very much, Nicole. A motion has been made. Do we have a second? All right, thank you very much, Ms. Robinson. Motion has been made and seconded. All right, roll call vote.
Oh, this. Beto.
Aye.
Daniels Ashley, aye. Macon. Aye. Peterson. Aye. Robinson. Aye. Walker. Aye. Zip. Aye.
Vote is 7-0 to go into closed session at 7:22 p.m.
All right, and for those that are in attendance with us, we will go into session, and I'm not sure if we will be coming back out, but if not, thank you very much for being part of this